What we found was that Obama underperformed relative to how other Democratic candidates might have performed in the election, given the state of the economy, given that it was always going to be a strong cycle for any Democratic candidate. What we found is that it looks like racial prejudice among white voters in particular was a bit of a drawdown on Obama's level of support, almost running to about 3 percentage points or so. Among white voters, about 45% of white voters who will openly admit to holding negative views about blacks relative to their views about their own racial group, whites, among that segment of the electorate, Obama's vote share is significantly depressed. In 2008 was such an election for the Democrats in the United States. It really didn't make a big difference who was at the top of the ticket. The analogy, if you will, with sailing, the wind is filling your sails, you're sailing square to the wind, you're making great progress through the water. If you're dragging a line over the side that's slowing the boat down, the wind is so great that you really don't notice that much and you still end up winning the yacht race. But if the wind isn't so favorable and you're still dragging that line over the side, then it's perhaps a different outcome. And I think that's the takeaway for 2012. One of the interesting things to emerge from the study is the fact that Hillary Clinton, the other dominant factor in Democratic politics in 2008, the other viable candidate on the Democratic side, she, for reasons that we didn't really go into with this particular study, which was very focused on Obama and race, but she carried her own baggage as well, by the way. And in the end, her negatives would have probably left the election outcome roughly the same as to what we got with Obama. That is, Hillary too underperforms relative to, say, Bill Clinton, Al Gore, John Kerry, John Edwards, relative to those other male, white Democratic candidates for president. Before of us in the shorter term, we've got 2012. And I think the big question there is the framing debate over the economy. I think whoever can position blame for the lackluster at best economic conditions in the United States, Obama's done a very good job so far of deflecting criticism, not taking ownership of the bad economy. All the data, that polling I've done since 2012, since 2008 rather, suggests that he's done a pretty good job of ensuring that the American people understand that he inherited this mess. So I think and that framing debate I think will be very much the story of the 2012 campaign. We're very focused on that.